Hello everybody. Happy Treadmill Tuesday to you. Hopefully the earbuds are in. Otherwise I'm just wearing them and they look kind of silly. Although they match the outfit. Anyway, so we got a puppy. Yep, it's true. We got a puppy over the weekend. And she's adorable. She's 6 pounds. And I will start and finish talking about her. Her name's Lacey. So we got Lacey over the weekend, and there was a lot going on, and we got her from the rescue, and boy, we not only physically rescued her, but, hi Dave, we had to then eventually rescue her by giving her a bath, because, woo boy, she had an odor to her. But you know what? You just wash them off, and off they go. So once we had gotten her in the house and all the excitement and everything else, we'd given her a bath. She was exhausted. I was exhausted. The girls were excited. So what else do you do in that case but you sit down Sunday afternoon and you watch a family movie? We watched Forrest Gump. Now, that's what I really wanted to talk about today, because I don't know if I was tired, I was emotional, but I've always loved this movie, and so when I'm watching this movie this time, it really popped out the theme of destiny versus chance. Now, I'm sure most of you have seen this movie, so there's 3 things I'm going to talk about. The first is when Lieutenant Dan, he thought his destiny was to die out in the field. So he had his legs blown off in the battle and thought he was going to die like what he thought was his destiny. Forrest Gump ended up saving his life. And he grabs Forrest Gump in the middle of the night and he says, "You cheated me of my destiny. My destiny was to die." We all have a destiny. It's all part of a plan, is what Lieutenant Dan said to Forrest Gump. So fast forward in the movie, and Forrest's mama is sick. And he goes running home, and she tells Forrest that she's dying. And she said, you know, it's her time. It's something that we're all destined to do. And she said, just like I was destined to be your mama. And he kind of looks at her and he says, what's my destiny? And before that, I screwed that up. So it's something we're all destined to do. So she said, I happen to believe that I was destined to be your mama. And that's when he looks at her and, she says, I happen to believe that you make your own destiny. That's what Forrest Gump's mom, her belief was, and that you make your own destiny. Whereas Lieutenant Dan felt like it was part of a plan. Oh, I just rhymed. Dude, Lieutenant Dan and plan. So then you fast forward a little bit later in the movie to the part where I always end up crying, and I'll do my best Forrest Gump voice. And he said, when he was talking about Jenny, and that she died on a Saturday morning, and he said, I don't know if Mama was right, or if it's Lieutenant Dan. I don't know if we each have a destiny, or if we're all just floating around accidental, like on a breeze, but I think maybe it's both. Both happening at the same time. So whether or not you make your own destiny, or if we all have a destiny as part of a plan. So I'm not going to tell you that, although it is very fitting that Mama said that's when she was her last comment to Forrest, is that life is like a box of chocolates, Forrest. You never know what you're going to get. So you never know what you're going to get unless you read the directions on the box and the chocolates. But what happens if you don't get them? That's right. So when we were kids, somehow the little list of chocolate things in the box would either get flipped upside down. You never knew what you were going to get. Do you have any control over it? So here's the thing. So whether or not it's destiny, whether or not it's chance, I want you to think about that. But here's something to keep in mind. This is from Gandhi. So if you keep your thoughts positive, because your thoughts become your words. If you keep your words positive, because your words then become your behavior. If If you keep your behavior positive, because your behavior then becomes your habits. So if you keep your habits positive, because then your habits become your values. Then if you keep your values positive, because your values then becomes your destiny. So, what you choose to believe about destiny and chance, that's all something for you guys to think about. But the underlying word that kept coming up in that quote from Gandhi is by keeping things positive. And that's the underlying factor about what's going on in our world right now. That's what we do have control over. That's, regardless of a box of chocolates, we have the ability to keep our thoughts positive. And I will tell you, a puppy is going to help. I see Rachel watching right now. She got a new puppy too. So we're going to wrap this up with a puppy challenge or dog challenge, because my good friend and roommate from college, Dawn, sent me the cutest little video of her German Shepherd walking on the treadmill and said he loves Treadmill Tuesday. And I was like, oh my God, how fun would that be for the month of April, that we could get pictures of dogs walking on treadmills for Treadmill Tuesday. So I will bring little Lacey on Treadmill Tuesday next week. She went to the vet today. Her stomach's not feeling so good. She got an upset tummy because of all the worms in it. But Rachel, I'm expecting you to get your dog on the treadmill for Treadmill Tuesday. She has an adorable puppy named Sierra. I think that's right. And, well, maybe everybody just needs to get pandemic pets. It certainly has helped lift and spread some joy in our house. But if you don't want to get a puppy, you do have the choice to be positive. So on that note, I will say peace out. Have a great week, you guys. Get your puppies and your dogs and your cats and whatever else you want on the treadmill for Treadmill Tuesday. And I'll see you next week. Bye.